Let's talk about privacy abuse. The last time you were shopping for a mortgage or home loan and after you had your credit pulled, were you inundated with a bunch of spam calls, maybe hundreds of spam calls? If so, you were harassed by trigger leads. When anyone pulls your credit for a loan, this triggers the 3 credit bureaus to sell your information as a lead to loan sharks at other mortgage companies, essentially putting up a siren saying, "Hey, this person is shopping for a loan! Call them, call them!" A lot of lenders like Rocket, Nextdoor, and many others buy these leads to solicit you for business, blowing up your phone for the entire following week in the process. I never sell your information to any third party, nor have I bought any list before because I hate being on the receiving end of solicitation. It's annoying, and sometimes it's also downright scary and deceitful because some of these loan sharks are desperate and sneaky and will pretend to be affiliated with me or your current loan officer and will say things like, "Hey, I'm your loan officer's assistant." They're not. And it looks like your application had an error and didn't process correctly, so let me send you a new link so you can resubmit that. And if you fill it out, you will have just sent all of your private and financial information, including your social security number, to someone you've never even met or spoken to before who just lied to you just so they can try to get a paycheck from you. That's scary. And what's worse, it's perfectly legal for them to do so, for now. There's a bill currently making its way through Congress, H.R. 7297, the Homebuyers Privacy Protection Act, which, if passed, will make the sale of these leads when consumers' credit is pulled illegal. I've already written to my representatives in support of this bill to stop trigger lead abuse, but until it passes, here's what you can do to prevent the bureaus from selling your information. First, make sure you're on the National Do Not Call Registry by calling or visiting donotcall.gov. You have to resubmit your info every 5 years, so stay on top of it if you haven't already. And this will help reduce spam calls in general, even if you're not shopping for a loan. The second thing you can do is go to optoutprescreen.com. Scroll down and click here to opt in or opt out, then select electronic opt-out for 5 years. Make sure you select the opt-out and not opt-in. You'll hate your life. Type in your information, hit submit, and your name will be ineligible for inclusion on trigger leads list. It does take about 5 business days for this to go into effect, so if you're even thinking you might move anytime in the next 3 years, let alone this summer, do yourself a favor and just opt out right now. You'll thank yourself.